Yo, what's up guys, it's Zack, and today I'm going to be showing you another tutorial on, I believe, how to make custom textures and teleports in-game, like teleports where you go from one place to another. For this tutorial, you're just going to need something to script in, say like a programming tool like Notepad++. It's a lot better than regular Notepad that you have as a stock program on your computer, because you can choose your language settings like C++, whatever language you're working with. And yeah, so that's basically all you'll need. And and you'll need Asset Manager, but that came with the mod tools that you installed. If you didn't make a shortcut for this already, it's gonna be in your bin folder. It's asset_manager.exe. But before that, you're going to want to get your JPEG, obviously. So I'm just gonna type in seamless metal textures. Okay. Seamless basically means that in game it's not gonna like cut off the texture. Like there's not gonna be lines within it. I don't know how that's the best I can explain it. Pretty much. Just, you always want seamless textures, and this can be seamless metal, seamless wood, seamless floor. And you just want to find yourself a cool texture that would look good. All these textures look pretty shitty. Okay, let's look for something else. I'll just look for seamless textures. I think I've seen this on a map before. I don't know. Anyways. Oh, these are so shitty. That's cool. I don't want it. Oh, is it that far? Is it that hard to find a fucking texture? Probably should have had this planned out before, you know. I don't do that. I'm about to just pick a random texture because I'm not gonna sit here and do this. Oh, this looks cool. Okay. Oh, and cool. This is already into. Okay, this is my next step. For textures, you can either do this in Paint, Paint.net, GIMP, Photoshop. You can do this whatever. If the texture already doesn't come in the dimensions 1024 by 1024 or 512 by 512, you will need to resize it basically. And this won't be a problem if you have a seamless texture, because it won't fuck up the texture in general. Like, it won't put lines in the texture. But it's even better if it already comes as the right dimensions. So I'm just gonna download this. You can rename it. You can name it anything. I'm just gonna name it Stone. Stone. You're gonna want to move this to just the CoD4 directory. No other folders. Just fuck off Xfire. Yeah, you just want to move this right in here, just a JPEG. After that, after you have the JPEG and it's already resized to 1024 by 1024 or 512 by 512, you're gonna want to open up Asset Manager, and you're gonna want to scroll down here until you hit material. Till you hit material, not material factory. All right, there we go. And then you want to click New Entry after you have material selected. And this doesn't really matter. I normally name this the same thing as I name the JPEG, so I'm just gonna name this Stone. And this right here is where you have to pay close attention. If you need to pause the video to look at the settings that I use, then go right ahead. It's not that hard. You'll get the hang of it after you create like a bunch of custom textures. You're gonna want to leave the material type at world Fong. Default or sort, I just leave it at default. Doesn't really matter, unless you're doing something like a skybox or something. But don't worry about that right now. For just regular textures, just leave that at default. Surface type. This is where this will show up in Radiant, like the category it'll be under. So where is it? It doesn't really matter if you don't leave it at error if you don't really want to put it at a category. Like, just put it at none. But I like to, because I can find it better. I'm just gonna put it at concrete. And then for usage, yeah, the same thing. It'll show up in a category. I'm just gonna put this as floor since it's a stone floor. And you don't really need to check any of these, but I usually like to check test and tools because it helps you find the texture better. And don't worry about any of these frame buffer operations. Color map. This is you're gonna want to. This is where this the JPEG comes in handy. You're gonna want to click these three dots. If you mouse over it, it says browse for file, and then you're gonna want to go back to your CoD4 folder, and you're gonna want to find that JPEG that you just moved in here. Mine should be right here. Okay, and then you can click open to view it. Just make sure that you have the right one. And then that should be it for all these settings, unless you want to do these special settings down here, like if you want it to have no fall damage when you jump on it. Well, that shouldn't be a problem because in the COD Jumper mod, there's already no fall damage added to any material, any texture. So yeah, that's already built in. And if you want this to have no marks, you can check that if you don't want like there to be bullet marks in it. Like if you shoot at it, it won't make any marks. Slick, this will make you can make this texture slippery. The ladder, obviously it can be a ladder, and I wouldn't really worry about the rest of them. And advanced options, don't worry about that. So that should be it. And you want to go up to once you're done with all these settings, you're gonna want to go up to File, and then you want to go to Save As, and you want to go to your source_data folder, and you want to rename this. I make it simple for myself. I rename it to the same thing, stone. And then after that, you can either click F10 or you can go up to PC convert and then do current asset only. And if we did it right, it should say 2 missing cache entries here. And there we go. Don't worry about that. It should say that missing cache entry, and then you just hit any key when it's done. And you should close this. We're gonna go open up Radiant real quick to look at it. Okay, open. What map do I wanna? I don't really care. Okay. Now, just select whatever. And remember when we were putting it in the categories in the asset manager, you're just gonna want to go up to textures, and then you can either go to surface type or usage or local. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna go to usage, and I put it in floor. So these are alphabetical order. So I'm gonna scroll down to the S's, and there we go. And it shows up in game. Looks good. Actually looks like a really good texture. I might use that in the next map, but yeah, there you go. And that's how you make it show up in Radiant. But if you want it to show up in game, there's an extra step to do this. You're gonna want to go to whatever mod you test with. Like say you compile your map and you test with like a certain mod every time. You're gonna want to go to You're gonna want to go to the mod you test with. So the one I test with, I'm just gonna use this one, and you want to make an IWD. I'm gonna show you guys how to make this. How should I say this? If you don't have WinRAR installed, I highly suggest you download that. I will put that in the description also. And yeah, so if you have WinRAR installed, like I suggest, you should be able to right click, go up to new, and go down to WinRAR zip archive, and it should make a new zip archive. Name it MP underscore blah 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 blah, and then change the .zip at the end of it into .iwd, and then it should say if you change the file name extension, this file may become unusable. Are you sure you want to change it? Yes. And it should change it to an IWD file. For some reason, I know, like on Windows 8 or like some Windows 7s don't do this sometimes. It won't show the file extension at the end. Like it won't show .iwd. It would only show like mp underscore death underscore void. It won't show the .iwd. For this, I'm pretty sure I can do this. I haven't done this in a while. I think it's tools, folder options. view. Ah, yes, here it is. Okay. Yeah, you go up to view, and then it should be. Oh yeah, if this is checked, uncheck this. Hide extensions for known file types. Uncheck that if it's checked. And yeah, that should be it. Yeah. So you can do that. I don't know what
User in your channel timed out.
Yo, what the fuck? Oh, I was in TeamSpeak this whole time. How did I? Oh shit. Oh, never. Oh shit. Okay. Anyways,
Connected.
that was fucking weird. Okay. Yeah. So back on track. Yeah. If that uncheck that, and yeah, you just apply it. Okay, and then you should be able to see the extensions at the end. This should be able to create like this will make you able to create IWDs from zip files and other things like CSV files like you'll need in the future when you're adding music. Yeah, that should. Oh, I'm a dumbass. I didn't even show you guys inside the IWD. So after you install WinRAR, you should open this up in WinRAR. You should right click and make a new folder called images. And you want to go into the images folder. And then this is where you want to go back to your CoD4 folder. Go to raw and then images. And then you should search for the whatever you made that texture as, like the name of it. So I named mine Stone. So it should be, yeah, right here. And you want to copy that and you want to put it inside the images folder. So your IWD file will be inside this IWD that's in the mod folder. And that should be able to make you see the texture in game. So I'm not going to really test it. I mean, you can test that for yourself. And why do I keep doing that? Okay. And yeah, you should be able to test that for yourself because I'm not going to test it. It's going to take too much time out of the video because I still have to do teleports, which I'm going to do right now. Make sure if you have any questions, just add my Xfire. Obviously, I'll put that in the description also. Right now, teleports. Okay, this should be pretty quick. Well, actually, no, this is gonna take longer than textures, so I better hurry up with this shit. I don't really want to make a new map. I want to make. I'm just gonna do it on void because why not? Okay. First off, you're gonna want to have. You're obviously gonna want to have the spot for the teleport that you want to teleport. There's multiple kinds of triggers. There's multiple kinds of teleports that you can do. In the trigger list, there is a trigger damage. That means if it's shot at or knifed. That means if it detects any kind of damage by the player, that it'll teleport them that way or do something that way. Disc is useless. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Friendly chain, same thing. I don't know what the hell that is. Hurt. That you won't use that for a teleport, obviously. That's the one that gives damage to the player and kills them. Look at, that means if you look at the trigger, that'll do something. I don't really recommend that, because like you can be looking at the trigger from like halfway across the map, and it'll do like it'll teleport you for no reason. Multiple means like if a player comes in contact with it, it'll do something like teleport them. Once, I don't really use. Radius, that means if the I don't really use that either. Radius, I believe that means like if the player's in the radius of the trigger, then that'll teleport them. I've never really used it. I mean, the only ones I use are multiple, hurt, damage, use, and use touch. But use and use touch are really similar because use, it just means you have to be you have to press use on it, but use touch means you have to be touching it and press use at the same time. For this one, I believe I use multiple. Yes, I use a trigger multiple, so that means if they come in contact with it. There we go. Alright, and yeah, you're going to want to make your trigger. So I already made this. I'm just going to go here on the grid real quick. I'm going to redo this. What's this trigger name? Okay. So you want to remake that. You want to texture trigger. If you don't know what that is, it's textures, usage, tools, and you're gonna want to slide down, and then don't use trigger damage, obviously, because that's a damage trigger. Use trigger, and you're gonna want to texture that. I don't want this to be like that. There we go. Okay. And you're gonna want to right click. This is where you want to choose what trigger you want. I recommend multiple or use touch. I'm gonna use multiple. Key will be target name. And then this can be anything. For the actual script, I'm just gonna use trigger underscore teleport 1. And that should be, oh, never mind. That's not it. Okay. And then you're gonna want to go to where you want to be teleported to. And you're gonna want to do. Let me get here real quick. Yeah, here we go. And you're gonna want to right click. I'm just gonna redo this real quick. You're gonna want to right click and you want to go down to script and then origin. And right here is where you want to press N, and the target name, the key will be target name again. And for value this time, for the tutorial's sake, I'm just gonna do origin. I can't type today. Origin underscore teleport 1. So the trigger was trigger underscore teleport 1, and the origin is origin underscore teleport 1. It's pretty simple to remember. I'm just gonna make sure this is facing the right way. There we go. Alright, and that should be it for the Radiant part. Now, this is where it comes down to scripting. I'm just going to close Radiant. Open up voids. Scripts. Where is it? Here we go. Alright, and I'm going to teleport 1. Okay. Where is this? Thought it was in here. Oh, here we go. Okay, I already typed this out. I'm just gonna explain it to you line by line. Up here you saw where I threaded the actual teleport, if I can find it again. Yeah, right here. Thread, you always have to thread something. Like, you always have to define it, I guess you can say, up here, or else it won't do that in game. Because say you have a function and it's not threaded, it just won't do anything. But say you don't have like all this scripting down here and you still have it threaded, it'll give you an error saying can't find blah 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 blah, whatever is right here, like teleport 1, start menu, you want mate, whatever whatever's there. And yeah, it'll just give you an error. Make sure if you're not using that, or if there's no script down here, you like delete it or something, you can either delete that thread or you could comment it out with 2 lines. It should turn green. Well, if you're using COD script, that's what I use. But anyways, yeah, let's go back down to teleport 1. There we go. Alright, and right here it says trig equals get end trigger underscore teleport 1. This is your triggering game. This is basically where it defines it inside the script. See where it says target name, like the key we put was target name, and then this was the value. And same thing right here. This is the origin, tele1. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, tele1 origin underscore teleport 1. That's the target name. And then 4 is basically how should I explain this without making it confusing? It's basically a looping script, like, for it keeps doing it, so like it doesn't delete itself, I should say, because it keeps waiting till a player touches it, and it keeps doing the function inside the brackets. Like, it sets the origin to the tele1.origin, so like whatever's right here, like you define this as tele1, like this is where the origin is, where you want to be teleported to. So like it sets the player's origin to there, if you know what I mean. Like it sets them there. That sounds confusing, but you know, I don't really care. And it waits till trigger, player. It waits till the player touches the trigger, and that's basically about it. You just need to remember to close off this the brackets right here. They should highlight red if they're closed, but if there's like nothing there, like it should highlight, like it shouldn't highlight at all. If say like you have a bracket out of place, like this one right here, this shouldn't highlight. so I'm not gonna put that there. And yeah, teleport one. That's basically it. For teleport. I'm not really sure if I want to show it in game. Yeah, know what? I don't care. I will. Alright, and in game, I'm gonna have to make this on full screen real quick. In game, my resolution is really shitty right now. Oh fuck. Shitty manuscripting. Let me make my way to the teleport real quick. Fuck me, I suck at death run. Right here, remember how I said trigger multiple? You just want to go in, you just want to touch the trigger, and it should teleport you down here. Or whatever, wherever you put the origin at. And that's basically it, guys. Yeah, that's all I was asked to do. If you have any more ideas, just let me know. I know a few people were just starting to learn mapping. Yeah, just hit me up with any questions you guys have, and I'll try my best to answer them with a tutorial or on Xfire. Yeah, so I will catch you guys in the next tutorial.